Alright, it looks like we are good to go. Let me know if you guys have any audio down in the chat below before we get started here. I was having some technical difficulties, but I believe we are back. So yes, again, let me know if there is any audio. There unfortunately won't be a camera on tonight. I had to download another, for whatever reason the Elgato wasn't working on OBS, so I had to download another application on my PC that I was going to be able to get working again. So yeah, again, comment in the comment section, in the chat. There's audio. Okay, there we go. Cool, cool. Alright, so audio, but there's no actual camera currently. Because I could not figure out how to get that to work through this. So yeah. Anyway, we are here tonight, Camping World 300, Chicagoland Speedway, about to qualify here for the running of this race in just a couple moments. Should be good to go. The only thing that's scaring me is it shows that it's, I don't know, I think that's just the laptop. Alright, I think we're good to go though. If it cuts out for any reason, then let me know if you can in the chat. But until then, we are going to hop into this. Qualifying. NASCAR Heat 5 is back once again on the channel here. Using the steering wheel for today's race, you guys will be able to hear the clicking in the background on the restarts in particular, obviously. You guys will know I will be using the steering wheel for this race today. I guess you guys got the track map on the lower left-hand corner of the screen again. I'm just hoping all goes well. I'm not too familiar with this site. I basically had to like kind of wing it as far as trying to get picture everything else with it at the last second. There wasn't really much. I didn't even look up like anything on YouTube, what they're frying or whatever. It's been a rough day today. Then I had a copyright strike on my predictions video I tried to post earlier today too, so I'm currently trying to get that resolved. I should say predictions analysis video. I don't know if you guys got the notification for it or not. At the start-finish line here for Dale Jr., 31.060. We'll qualify 16th for tonight's race at 30.140 will be the pole time. And that pole time will be for Chase Briscoe. So Briscoe will be starting on the pole. Harrison Burton outside pole in second on the front row. Ethan called 48. Welcome to the stream. So we are about to get into this. A little overdue. We were supposed to get this started about longer than a half hour ago. Probably about 50 minutes ago or so, but we're about to get it going after all. Mike Harmon, Ross Chastain will be starting at the rear of the field today. And here we go. Hopefully, stream goes well. And it doesn't cut out on us. And again, if it does, bear with me. Green flag, though, will be in the air. And we are set to go for some action on a Thursday night. 45 laps in stage 1, another 45 in stage 2. Three wide to the top, there goes Junior. Justin Allgaier did not take off on the initial start there. Outside starting to check up down the back straightaway. Junior gets out of the gas before maybe getting into Jeremy Clements.
Got one peeking inside.
Maybe trying to get to the bottom, but he can't do that either. Justin Haley is there. Oh, a little shot from behind. Clements tried to pull to the bottom, and he kind of checked up a little bit. Right about where Dale Jr. was. Junior trying to stick to the outside of the racetrack right now.
Still there.
Looks like Alex LeBay was able to lead lap 1. going to lead lap 2 as well.
Still there.
Junior's still fighting mid-pack. Trying to get yet another win on the season. Just past the halfway point of the regular season for this NASCAR Xfinity Series year. Next race will be at Pocono, and that will be tomorrow.
Still there.
You see Junior's working the outside to his advantage here.
Inside. Careful. Still there.
Not running all the way against the wall, kind of like you see. I believe that's Ray Black Jr. up there. 0-7 perhaps. Chase Briscoe took the lead that last lap
Still there.
to lead his first lap of the race. Big side draft going into turn 1. Junior trying to get around the 51 of Clements as much as he can. The car's battling for position behind him. Brandon Brown
Careful.
and others already falling over a second behind where Jeremy Clements and Dale Jr. are on the track. And again, have to keep an eye out on Ross Chastain, one of the faster drivers perhaps in the field today, starting at the back. Side drafting going on down the front stretch. He's trying to hang in tight there.
You got room. You're
Pull
clear.
that 51 car back as much as he can.
Careful. Still there.
Again here, 45 laps in this opening stage of the race. Really have to make sure that the tires are going to make it all the way to the end of the stage as well. Again, the tire limit 4 fresh sets from start to finish. Junior scrapes the wall a little bit there off of turn 4. Clements had to check up behind Junior. Junior obviously wasted a little bit of his own time there by getting into the wall. There wasn't much. Again, we won the truck and cup race here at Chicagoland last week. Now the Xfinity race today. Going to go for the sweep.
We got a car low now. All right, you're clear.
No practice, but we did qualify for this race today, as you guys saw. See how quickly things got spaced apart, though the race leader Chase Briscoe is under some sort of duress right now. The top 4 or 5 cars are all within about a second and a half of one another. They haven't really pulled away much. Old Bobble getting into turn 1 there by Junior. Might have broke a little bit of momentum for him to try and get to the 0 as nephew of Jeffrey Earnhardt. Jeffrey maybe trying to block Junior. Junior goes high through 3 and 4, working the throttle. Get as close to that wall as he can. Off of turn 4. Look at the run. And now he's going to go low. Passing lane to the inside of Jeffrey Earnhardt. Ray Black Jr. shuts him off right in the center of the corner. He looks low now underneath the 07. Big run to the inside of Justin Haley on corner entrance into turn 3, and they're side by side for 14. And Junior will clear Haley off of turn 4. Haley was definitely holding him tight there, trying to make sure the 8 car wasn't going to be able to clear him, and that was Junior's fastest lap of the race. Seen some great races already at this track on this game, both in the Cup and Truck Series side. Now it's time for the Xfinity Series to put on a show here today. A long-awaited show. We've been doing NASCAR Thunder 2004 for the last few days. We actually last did the Truck Series for this game on Saturday last week.
All right, you're clear.
It's definitely been a little bit. Trying to get used to it. To the outside of Jesse Little. Wow, he's getting clear before he even gets down into turn 1, back to the bottom again, trying to run that protected line. He drove it in a little too deep. Justin Allgaier is taking the race lead away here at Chicago. All the way to the apron now through the tri-oval to get underneath Riley Hurst. His teammate Daniel Hemrick, big run on another one of his teammates, Noah Gregson Jr. is starting to move through the field. He's up to the top 10 and up to 9. Down in the bottom again there. Standard draft of Austin Cindric. These Xfinity cars don't draft as well as the Cup Series cars, especially on the intermediates. A lot smaller rear spoiler. A bit lower downforce. Back to the top side for turns 1 and 2. Is within sight. Easier to sight him out as well when there's no lap traffic here. Haven't seen the race leader really pull away, whether it was the very start of the race when Alex LeMay led the first 2 to 3 laps and Briscoe ended up passing him and led for a little bit, and now Justin Allgaier in the lead. Allgaier slowly starting to pull away from second place, but it's taking him a little bit. He got them by a couple car lengths over the last few laps. Start to see that margin between first and second getting slightly wider and wider. To the outside of Ryan Sieg. 28 laps to go, stage 1, plenty of time. Bobo getting into turn 1 again, the second time he's done that. Trying to keep it off the wall now, and that really messed up his corner exit. He messed up the entrance to the corner, and that kind of messed up the corner exit right afterwards. Trying to take care of those right side tires as well by running the outside of the racetrack. Doesn't want to run too much on the bottom. Not any practice, hard to tell exactly how long we can go on tires. I would have to imagine we could go close to the end of the fuel run at this racetrack. We'll have to wait and see just to make sure. Don't get into too much speculation. LeMay trying to hold off Michael Annett. Jr. is trying to reel both of them in for 5th and 6th. And Michael Annett is very close to his first lap car. And he could perhaps catch in the race today in stage 1. Big run into turn 3. LeMay went to the outside right in front of Dale Jr. Jr. running a tad bit higher than him. I think he can get the run that he needs there. And he will, squeezing between the two drivers and back to the outside in front of Alex LeMay, staying to the outside of Michael Annett. Harmon giving Dale Jr. plenty of room there. Briscoe, you see, in 4th place. Railing in Harrison Burton. Burton got clogged behind a few lap cars down the back straightaway and into turns 3 and 4. Junior's going to catch him in a bad spot. He had to lift a little bit there. Now down to the bottom. Burton still stuck behind McLaughlin. Anthony Alfredo is in 2nd place, not too far ahead of Briscoe, as Briscoe runs the middle line through turns 1 and 2, but so did Alfredo there. Junior clears Briscoe. Down to the bottom underneath Anthony Alfredo, down the back straightaway. Using lap car of Austin Hill as a pick. And race for the lead off of turn 4. Junior with a big run on his teammate Allgaier, splitting the lap car of Vaccarello, and Junior will lead his first lap of the race at the line at lap 24. That did not take long at all. From the 16th starting position. Qualifying mid-pack is Junior, who has gotten in the lead, the 4th different leader in the first 24 laps of the race.
Still there. You got room. You're clear.
Well, 21 laps to go in stage 1 for somebody to try and maybe run him back down. Maybe we get a caution here in stage 1. I don't know when the NASCAR Thunder 04 season is going to improve. We have been struggling mightily there. I cannot believe we have DNF'd 8 times on the first 16 races. I knew it was going to be difficult, but I didn't think it was going to be quite that difficult. Just have to keep fighting, keep trying to improve. Hopefully we'll get there eventually. We got 20 races to go. We got the All-Star race up next too for that, so that could help too. Running a shorter race just so we can get to the end of it. Get some momentum going our way.
You're all clear on the bottom there. You got room. You're clear there.
Junior slides way up the track, trying to get to the top as quick as he can there. Run on the back of the lap car of Tommy Joe Martin. So now he's just trying to put as many drivers a lap down as he can. Pushes. Trying to get around Joe Graff Jr. as quickly as he could there. Definitely drove it off way too deep into turn 1. Nice to go back to NASCAR Heat 5 as well with the struggle we were having with Thunder 04 over the last couple weeks. And to run an Xfinity race nonetheless, to just, get to the end of it. Run a shorter race, even if it's not the same game, get to the end of it. Get my mind off of everything else that was happening with that other game. We'll go back to it next week. Again, the All-Star race will be coming up next. Streaming times will be updated Saturday after our Pocono doubleheader for the Cup Series here on NASCAR Heat 5. So you guys will know what day for the entire week, what time we'll be running these streams. Junior's already widened out about an 8-second lead with 15 laps to go here in stage number 1. Surprised how he has gotten out this far ahead of the field already, but great run so far.
Stay low, stay low.
Still caution free up to this point as well. That's probably helping things also. And at this point in the run, though, Dale Jr. does not want to see a caution because that could hurt his chances of trying to win stage 1. We get a late race restart, I'd have to imagine. It's going to be a hard time trying to stay in front of everybody on the restart. Both wanting to conserve the amount of tires we have as well. Knowing we can already get to the end of the stage, might as well keep trying to get there. Outside, just enough room for Junior to move up, and he barely got into the wall there off of turn 4. Brandon Brown didn't give him as much room as I think Junior was expecting him to get. So the bottom from turns 1 and 2. Working underneath Justin Haley off of turn 2 there. Already quite a few guys a lap down as well in this one. I'm surprised I didn't see this rapid of a start happening for Dale Jr. today. I think he could have made himself have a better start than what he's had so far in this one. Just hoping it can continue.
Hold your line, stay high. You're clear all around, man. I need 10 forward, final lap. Concentrate for me.
Still trying to hustle and get as many drivers a lap down before the end of stage 1.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear. Car there on the outside. All right, clear outside.
Car's handling very beautifully right now as well, and that's making the drive a lot more fun. Dale Jr., he's got over a half a lap lead on Justin Allgaier.
Still there.
Jesse Little's about to go a lap down now off of turn 4.
Clear all around, man.
There's Ross Chastain. He started at the rear of the field today. 7 laps to go in stage 1. He's worked himself up to 13th. About to go a lap down. There's the disadvantage of having that one strong car in the field. Starting at the back, he's going to go a lap down because of it, versus if he were starting up front, maybe he could have gotten even closer to the front, maybe give himself a better chance of staying on the lead lap to the end of the opening stage of the race. Now he's got to battle for the free pass position to enter stage 1. He's going to have to get around at least Noah Gregson. Riley Herbst is about to go a lap down now as well. Daniel Hemrick going to give his teammate room on the outside from turns 1 and 2. Junior gets to the outside of him as well, lightly grazing the wall off of turn 2. Really keeps it off Daniel Hemrick's car as well in the process.
You got room, you're clear. 5 to go.
5 laps left. Stage 1. Still caution free.
got room. You're clear there.
I'm not sure if Junior's going to exactly be able to lap anybody else to the end of this opening stage.
Still there. Clear low, bud.
Looks like Austin Cindric's in 9th place. He should go a lap down. But will he catch anybody else beyond that point? We'll have to wait and see. Cindric's hoping he doesn't. Cindric's hoping he can at least get the free pass at the stage break
Careful.
and get back on the lead lap that way. Everybody will be having to pit at the end of stage 1, so nobody will be able to take the wave around. This would be a very risky move to do it. 25 laps on your tires, I'd have to imagine everybody's going to come to the stage break. Caution free over the opening stage as well. Probably would help that cause for one of the new tires to come to pit road there. That right front wearing out on Dale Jr.'s number 8 Chevrolet down to about 18%, 17% left. And then turn 1 there. Easily it will make it to the end of the stage. Who knows? Maybe only make it about 50 laps on a full run. So caution will actually fly with about a lap and a half left in stage 1. That will give Cindric the free pass. Looks like there was an accident off of turn 4 and Dale Jr. will win stage 1. Followed by Allgaier, Briscoe, Alfredo, Burton, Annette, LeBay, Sieg, Cindric, and Hemrick. Your top 10 will all receive stage points in stage 1. King, welcome to the stream. Make it look easy. Thanks, man. Run to the outside. It feels a lot easier with the steering wheel compared to what it did with the controller. Because I use the controller for the Cup and
Starter has the green
truck
flag in his
race.
hand. Ready?
Yeah, it does feel a little bit easier using the steering wheel for some reason. Maybe the car for the Xfinity series is just more stable than the other two. That could be a good reason why as well. Green flag back in the air. Justin Allgaier and his crew actually won the race off pit road. So Junior has to restart on the outside in 2nd place. He's got the nose out in front. He's going to be able to clear Allgaier before they get into turn number 1. Yes, he is. Down the back straightaway. Junior's able to pull down and clear the 7 car. Anthony Alfredo maybe going to try and get a run on the outside. But Junior will lead lap 1 after restarting in 2nd in stage 2. Just running the bottom right now, that protected line, trying to keep Allgaier behind him. There's a block off of turn 2. That really checked Allgaier up quite a bit. That's going to allow the outside line to prevail. Anthony Alfredo clears Allgaier into turn 3. Alfredo trying to take over the race lead now. Junior holding Alfredo off at the start-finish line, and now on the outside here comes Michael Annette up to 2nd place. And Annette maybe going to try to give his teammate a run for his money. Fastest lap of the race that last time by on these pressured tires for Dale Jr. Got a rocket ship here tonight. Big run by Annette again. Jr. again protecting the bottom of the racetrack. And Annette has just enough room, a little contact. He washed his teammate up the track, and Michael Annette will get to the lead. Briscoe to the inside for 2nd. And Junior now all the way to the outside. Now that he's lost the clean air, he's starting to go backwards 3 wide for turns 1 and 2. Allgaier trying to give him a shot. Boy, Allgaier really fell back on the restart. Remember, he restarted in the lead. Bottom's open. Junior will get back down again, trying to protect how many cars may be able to get around him. It looks like he's going to go back to the outside into turns 1 and 2. Look at that run. And Chase Briscoe, meanwhile, will get to the lead and clear Michael Annette off of turn 2.
Inside. You're clear there.
Well, contact Junior really shoved it into turn 3 underneath the lap car of Chastain. Chastain in 10th place trying to fight for that free pass position. Looks like with Balicki back there in the 99. And Balicki was fighting for every point he could get because remember, he won at Talladega this season, granting him a spot in the playoffs if he gets into the top 20 in points. And for Balicki, he sits 26th in the point standings coming into this race today. With about a dozen races still to go till the playoffs. So he's got time. But if you're in position to have a good day like he could possibly have today, you gotta take advantage of it.
Wow, that's fast.
That's a slap in the race that last time by for Dale Jr. now. But he is flooring it, pedal to the metal. He's bringing these guys back down again as they're side by side again ahead of him for the lead.
Careful, still there.
We're back to the top. Briscoe running just a tad bit higher than what Dale Jr. is. 3 wide for the lead off of turn 2. And still down the back straightaway, they're 3 wide. And I believe that is Harrison Burton who has now jumped to the lead through all that. Anthony Alfredo was in the mix. He was in that middle lane. And the top lane was being held by Michael Annette. A gigantic run there by Dale Jr. Oh, and he got the wall very lightly, but that's all it takes to drop your momentum down so much. Barely got the wall off of turn 2. And he's about to do it again off of turn 4, and he does. Trying to catch the car. More loss of momentum. Justin Allgaier in the picture. You're able to go full throttle through turns 1 and 2. Pull back away. I mean, you saw how big of a run Allgaier was getting after the lost momentum by Junior as well. Allgaier ran the top side through 3 and 4. Combination of those two things. You saw how close he was getting to the back of the 8. Allgaier's got a fast car. He finished second in stage 1. He just lost a lot of ground on the restart when Junior got around him. Holding that 7 car back in traffic, and I think that's why it took him a dozen laps to get to the lead earlier in the day as well. Harrison Burton trying to hold on to the lead. He's moved to the top side the last couple quarters. And Anthony Alfredo is now contesting. Got Michael Annette still breathing down his neck as well. And they're still trying to get around Ryan Sieg for 6th, back in traffic a little bit further. LeBay trying to keep Sieg behind him in 5th. Much deeper Junior can roll into the corners, it seems like, and actually get the car to stick. Junior a ton of time every time he does it. Run again to the outside. Oh boy, really got right on that right rear quarter panel of LeBay. There was no contact. It was a clean side draft. Very aggressive though. And they were 3 wide through 1 and 2 and still 3 wide down the back. Junior with the run off the top. Timing it off into turn 3 and 4. I think they're still going to be 3 wide here off of turn 4. This could get tight. Nope, LeBay got split. Junior on the 39 of seed. And Annette going for 2nd place now. Towards the front of the field on Alfredo. Junior just enough room to get to the top there. Briscoe went to the bottom. Briscoe's going to hang on to the spot. Junior got in the wall. Cut down in front of the 39. Make sure he doesn't get under the 2. So light grazes. That's all he's gotten, but he has gotten in the wall a few times he's hit. Driving it hard into turns 1 and 2.
Careful, still there.
Battle for the lead going on once again. Alfredo to the inside of Harrison Burton. They're side by side down the back. Burton again. He made a little bit off the top side. Annette went all the way upstairs behind him.
Inside.
I think Burton wanted to try and squeeze the 21, but he didn't really get right on his door either. These guys better sort it out soon because Junior is coming back in 4th place as he just got around Briscoe that last lap. Guys have been side by side for the lead for about 3 laps now. Nobody can really get the edge over one another. Lap traffic will be coming up in a couple laps as well. Junior might get a run on Annette. Annette went to the bottom through turns 3 and 4. Junior on the top. Alfredo still has not quite cleared the 20 of Harrison Burton. Junior to the outside of his teammate Annette going into turn 1. Junior drove off really deep through turns 1 and 2. Oh, lately breezes the wall. He still clears his teammate for 3rd. Alfredo pulls the block on Harrison Burton. Alfredo goes to the top now, and Burton tries to cross him over to the bottom through turns 3 and 4. Huge run. Oh, no. Man, I was expecting Junior to get a lot bigger of a run there, but he kind of messed up the exit to turn 4. At the top again through turns 1 and 2. Big run. Looking underneath the 21 of Alfredo. He is there. Kind of sidetracked him a tad bit. Burton couldn't clear him. They're 3 wide for the lead down the back. Junior will take it over. Going off into turn 1. He gets tight. Tries to keep it off the wall. Couldn't do it. And Harrison Burton will hang on to the lead. And that up to 3rd. He closes in on the top 2. It's a 4-horse race. Midway through stage 2. About 23 laps to go in the stage still. And now there's lap traffic.
Careful, still there.
That tried to pinch the 8 car of Junior. Junior had to check up a little bit. Big run by Dale Jr. Going off into turns 3 and 4. Slide job maneuver. Up to the top of the racetrack to move up to 2nd place. Alfredo and Annette are side by side for 3rd. Burton's still in the lead, but maybe not for long. Junior's got a run, and Junior goes high into turns 1 and 2. Burton ran the middle. Off of turn 2, they are still side by side. Junior goes down to side draft Burton.
All right, clear low.
He's going to be clear by the time they get off of turn 4. Dale Jr. back to the lead. Once again, here in stage 2. Great battle that went on there.
Still there. Still there inside.
Now Jr. can try to pull away. They had 1 caution back at stage 1. It was at the end of the last stage. About a lap and a half to go. That in stage 1 a little bit prematurely. Giving us a few more green flag laps in stage 2.
Got 1 down low now.
What we were originally expecting.
24 laps. Delta station. All clear.
going to alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in the race today. We get to the start-finish line here. Start off with that in-car cam. Second lead on Harrison Burton. Burton's widening out the gap to about a second on third place. Anthony Alfredo, Annette Briscoe, your top 5 in this race today. Oh man, that was a hit off the wall on the turn 2. Probably about as hard as he's gotten in the wall today. Couldn't jerk the car straight down the track. Luckily it was clear of Mike Harmon, who had just passed going into the corner. Give him a little bit of room down there. 15 laps to go now in stage 2. Second corner in a row, Junior's messed up now. Hopefully he's got a decent sized lead.
Stay low, stay low. All right, you're clear. Stay at the bottom here. Clear all around.
First and only race here this season for both, I should say all 3 of the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup Series. Therefore, this is now the final race on NASCAR Heat 5 at Chicagoland that we'll be doing on the channel. Full race, I guess, we're still doing career mode because I haven't won the championship yet there. But outside of that, as far as the full race live stream is concerned, this would be it for this racetrack. Then we got the Pocono doubleheader coming up for the Cup, and then a race there at Truck and Xfinity. Those will be over the next 2 days. So a doubleheader will be on the channel tomorrow at Pocono. We'll do the Truck and Xfinity Series race, starting with the Truck Series.
Careful, still there.
5 p.m. Eastern Standard start time for that Truck race, and then we'll run the Xfinity race about a half hour after that. And then a doubleheader on Saturday. Doubleheader on Saturday as well, and that will be the Pocono doubleheader for the Cup Series. Both races on the same day there.
10 to go.
10 laps to go, stage 2. Junior's out to about an 8-second lead. Spin out in the final stage, come back and win it. Well, we're not going to try to do that because, again, we don't know exactly how easy these things can be. Oh, we got a car on the wall. Turns 3 and 4. Looks like a right front tire blew out on a lap car. And we have a caution towards the end of stage number 2. Well, here we go. The start of the drama in this final stage now. And Dale Jr. is going to stay out of the pits here. We are not going to have that many more laps to go in this stage. When we go back to green, Junior's going to stay out. Again, we have a tire limit here, so I'll try to take it a couple laps and then he'll pit. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream. So here we go. Junior on old tires trying to hang on to win stage 2. Alfredo wins the race off of pit road just ahead of Harrison Burton, who actually lost a spot there. Green flag back in the air. Finish of stage 2. 6 laps to go. We'll see. Yep, there is a tire limit. You got 3 sets left. Did not want to use one there, assuming that they're going to pit at the end of the stage. Great restart, despite being on older tires for Dale Jr. there. That's going to help him for a little bit. Highly doubt he's going to be able to hold on for the final 5 laps, but we'll have to wait and see. Guys are going to be coming on fresh tires. It is a battle for second currently back there. They're holding each other back a little bit too. 4 to go this time by. Junior's got to hang on for stage points here. He might lose out on stage points if the first car gets around him. He's going to drop like a rock after that. We saw that on the restart at the beginning of the stage. 4 to go now. But it's going to be tougher because he's on older tires now versus everybody was on equal fresh tires earlier. Oh, and contact off of turn 2 between Anthony Alfredo and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Alfredo can't quite clear the 8 car yet, but he should clear off of turn 4. Alfredo in the lead. Briscoe to give Jr. a shot now down the front stretch and move himself up to 4th. 3 to go at the line. Now can Michael Annett get around Anthony Alfredo. Jr. still trying to hang on to 3rd place. Harrison Burton now is going to get underneath him. Oh, not quite. Looked like he was going to get there and then he couldn't. And that's still trying to get around Harrison Burton. Oh, big block off of turn 4. Trouble. Burton's in the wall. We stay green. 4 wide. Up the middle goes Noah Gregson, as he just split the 22, the 20, and the 8. Side by side for the lead, a little further up ahead now, as they race for the win in stage 2.
Car there on the outside. You got room, you're clear there.
2 to go at the line. Michael Annett has not quite cleared Anthony Alfredo, but he did lead that last lap. And now Alfredo has to tuck in line behind him.
Stay low, stay low.
Junior tries to hang on to 8th place on Alex LeVay. And Michael Annett still has Anthony Alfredo right on his back bumper off of turn 2. Junior to the outside. He's trying to do what he can right now to keep LeVay behind him. And LeVay gets into the back of Junior through turns 3 and 4. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go now in stage 2. Oh no, that was the final lap. Oh my goodness, I did that a couple streams ago too. I don't know how I did that. Well, that's going to end the stage. Nonetheless, so barely, Michael Annett is going to be able to hold on to win stage number 2. Ryan Sieg will hit pit road again. Junior is going to hit pit road here. About 6 lap fresher tires might help on the restart, or it might take a few laps to get going, but we'll see. Noah Gregson gets the free pass at the end of the stage, and And there are the drivers receiving stage points in stage number 2. Annette with the stage win, followed by Alfredo, Briscoe, Allgaier, Burton, your top 5, Cindric, C, Junior, LeBay, Hemrick, your top 10. So here we go. One more stage in this race here today. Green flag will be back in the air. Just over half the race to go. Big time restart by Junior, getting through the shifts pretty well again.
Careful, still there. Inside.
On the outside, 3 wide.
Inside.
Daniel Hemrick, Alex LeBay right underneath him. Junior still trying to carry a run down the back straightaway. Gigantic run.
Stay high.
Into turn 3. He's still 3 wide on the very top.
Still there.
Oh, man. Daniel Hemrick went backwards there for a second. Big run, Junior at the line, down to the apron, through the tri-oval, 3 wide to the bottom of the track. He found a hole going into turns 1 and 2. Alfredo, loose. In the middle.
Clear high.
Gets back to the outside. Oh, Junior slides into turns 3 and 4. Seeing on his back bumper. They're 4 wide off of turn 4. As LeBay went to the bottom. Junior all the way upstairs.
Inside.
And in the wall. Slightly.
Looking inside now.
Loses more ground. Owen Scott, welcome to the stream. Owen, thanks, man. Appreciate it a lot. So Harrison Burton leads.
Careful, still there.
Still about halfway to go. Big run through 1 and 2. Junior to the bottom. After a couple laps, these tires are going to come to life. Oh, man. Trying to get underneath the ball guy. He ran right in the back of him right before he went to make the move. Slightly stalled the momentum out. Still going to pull up right in front of the 36 of LeBay.
Car there on the inside. Car high.
LeBay gives him a shot, trying to get him going.
Clear there.
Here overruns 1 and 2 now.
Inside.
And that's going to allow Allgaier to get back to the inside.
Still there. You got it. You're clear there.
Back to the bottom. Get the car to stick down there. Gets back in front of his teammate Allgaier. Working on Chase Briscoe. Junior trying to make up some time on the apron again.
Outside.
Pulls up and clears Briscoe. Side by side for the lead. Meanwhile, and it is Ryan Sieg, who was the first of the 2 drivers on fresh tires to get up to the front as he clears Harrison Burton. Sieg starting to pull away now from Burton as well. To the inside. So that leaves the bottom open that time.
All clear.
And Junior should clear him off of turn 4. A little bit of a draft off Alfredo as well here. He's going to get a big run now on Anthony Alfredo.
Halfway, this time by.
We're halfway home at the line there. Junior looking to the top now on Anthony Alfredo. He got a huge run in the center of the corner. He was able to actually pull back up and clear the 8-car corner exit. And Alfredo's starting to try and make up a little bit of ground on Harrison Burton.
Stay high. Careful, still there. right, stay high.
This is the first laps of the race Ryan Sieg has led all night up to this point as well. Again, he's doing it on a little bit of strategy. He has a little bit fresher tires in the leaders. Same amount of tires. Laps on his tires, I should say, as what Dale Jr.'s got. Jr. passes Alfredo, actually cleared in that time before they drove it off into turns 1 and 2. Alfredo trying to fight back on the bottom. Contact! Jr. trying to keep it off Alfredo. He did a great job.
Got one up top.
Comes a net, he'll let him go through too. Oh, and the net pulls down and tries to clear Jr. There's contact, and that's sideways. It makes the save. Jr. gave him plenty of room to try and make the save. Car on pit road now, I believe it was Noah Gregson. Jr. lost so much ground. Just moved up to 3rd place, he falls back to 7th. Chain reaction that was. Contact with the 98.
All right, clear road.
Down the back and into turn 3.
All right, you're clear.
Dale Jr. Back up to 5th again. I definitely bought Ryan Sieg a lot more time too. 2 sets of tires left the rest of the race for Dale Jr. and his team. So it'll be interesting to see how that team will use it if we get any cautions. We've had 1 caution each of the first 2 stages, so 2 caution sprints in total. Not counting the stage race. I guess 1 came right before the stage break, which led into the stage break in stage 1.
Careful, still there.
Slide job there. Quickly pulling up in front of the 1 of Michael Annette. Junior gaps him a little bit down the back. Fresh tires kicking in there. Got 8 people currently watching right now. Thanks for everybody tuning in here on a Thursday night. NASCAR Heat 5 Xfinity Series action. And a full race live stream with a realistic broadcast. Help me on my young broadcasting journey by subscribing to the channel. We have daily NASCAR content such as videos like this and other related NASCAR content. Also, hit the like button down below. We got 4 likes right now. 8 people watching. We were at 12 a little bit ago. I glanced at it right before the end of stage 2. We are using the steering wheel tonight as well. Again, there's no camera, unfortunately, like we usually have on Heat 5. Unfortunately, started the stream a little bit later than normal. Supposed to get this started at 5 o'clock. We had the stream, we didn't have any visual, so we had some technical difficulties there and couldn't get it started until about 5:50. I was able to resolve the issue. Just took me a little bit, that's all. He's worked himself about back up to where he was, which is right near Anthony Alfredo. He was just in front of him before he got into the wall, and now he is just behind him. Ryan Sieg is actually about to get into lap traffic a little bit further out ahead. Laps to go still. Only a lot of time left.
Stay high up there. All right, you're clear then.
predictions for the 2021 season, I really have no clue. As far as like, you know, champion and everything is considered, I'm almost leaning towards Chase Elliott, but I'm not going to make that finalized until I make my predictions video. I did a 2020 post-race analysis, well, not post-race, like post-prediction analysis video. I don't know if that was able to get back up on the channel or not. I got copyrighted by YouTube, so I was working on that also before I started the stream today. I literally just got the alert I got copyrighted, like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so before the hour and a half before the start of the stream, and I was actually not home at the time either, so I resolved that when I got home. And then this happened, where we had to delay the start of this stream, so that's why we ended up starting a little bit later.
Still there? You're all clear at the bottom there.
Yeah, we were reviewing the 2020 predictions video, how I fared throughout the course of the season with my predictions. Heavy lap traffic here. We had to split the middle between a couple of cars down the front stretch. And he has really gained a ton of ground all of a sudden there on Ryan C.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there. Outside, outside. Alright, you're clear there.
Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. And there is Ryan Sieg right in front of Junior. Junior's got a run on him. From the high side off of turn 4 into turn 1 as well. Can he clear Sieg off of turn 2? Sieg charging hard on the bottom. He's not going to give up without a fight. And Junior still clears him off of turn 2. And Dale Jr. about to lead his first lap of stage 3. And for the 4th different time, he has taken the lead here today at Chicago.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
84 laps to go. Very strong season for this team up to this point. Trying to add another win to the total. They did win stage 1 earlier. Already another playoff point.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there. Still there. Final clear.
Yeah, Bishop having himself a pretty nice day in 20th right now. Pretty good for that program. A lot of clean air now in front of Junior after he got around it too. Look at that. There's like no lap traffic in the near vicinity. See one car up there and then even a gap after that one car. Nice breathing room right now for Junior, and with that breathing room we'll alternate to the different camera angles one final time in today's race. Over the next half a dozen laps. Oh, there was already one mistake getting into the wall. Things 1 and 2. Second lead over Ryan C. Harrison Burton just over a second behind him. And Michael Annette, who won stage 2, is currently back in 5th place. Things have calmed down for now. We'll have to wait and see if we will get another caution before the end of the race. We've had 2 up to this point, 4 incident. And again, 2 sets of tires left. The rest of this race as well for Dale Jr. and his team. Jeremy Clements is having a terrible day in 34th. I think he had to pit for an unscheduled stop. I thought it was Noah Gregson that pitted towards the end of stage 2, and I believe it was actually Jeremy Clements. And that is why you see him in 34. Probably lost a couple laps, but got the car back out on the racetrack at the end of the stage. But unfortunately, the laps were obviously lost. It's going to be tough for him to gain a few extra points here going forward throughout the course of the day. Might need a couple DNFs to help him out. Harrison Burton less than a second behind Ryan Sieg. You can tell Sieg's tires have fallen off quite a bit this run. Only for those guys that started on a little bit older tires at the beginning of the stage to kind of reel them in. Gregson just went a lap down again. Remember, he got his free pass at the end of the last stage. So he is now the first driver a lap down in 11th place. Looking for another caution to get the free pass once more. For himself, hopefully a couple cautions so he can at least have a chance to improve on an 11th place finish. Maybe get a top 10 by gaining at least one more spot. Over 2/3 of the way through the run, and now we get a caution. So this is our 3rd caution of the race. Gonna see pit stops going on right now. Nobody can make it to the end from this point, but you will see pit stops. And likely another crazy restart. Dale Jr. and his team wins the race off pit road. We'll have 71 laps to go when we go green. Still one set of tires left the rest of the way for Dale Jr. and company. Green flag back in the air in the final stage. Another great jump through the gears. Heck of a launch. Well, he drove it a little too hard there at the 3 and 4. Junior's on equal tires this time, unlike last time he started out in front at the end of stage 2. working the outside right now. Once they get closer to him, they'll move back down to the bottom. And there he goes. Right to the bottom of the racetrack. Harrison Burton and Ryan Sieg trying to run him down. 3 wide for second place off of turn 2. Michael Annett gets underneath of both Sieg and Burton. Junior wanted to see back there, those guys racing, painting out as wide as they are. They're still 3 wide for third as Alfredo trying to follow the one of Michael Annett through there. That's the first lap time we've seen Dale Jr. run in the 32nd lap barrier. That was his fastest lap of the race. Now he gets loose in the center of the corner, slightly overran it, and Michael Annett will jump to the lead. And Annett now out in front. Junior trying to get to the bottom in front of the 39 car as well. Couldn't do it, and he fades back on the outside. So Michael Annett back out in front again here at Chicagoland.
Got one down low now. Still there.
Definitely pushed his teammate in that spot there. We saw him do that earlier too. Similar fashion for 3 and 4. We'll try to take a check up after the contact. Look at that crossover by Junior that he makes on the 22 of Cindric, and he clears him off of turn 2. That was a heck of a move. Cindric gave Junior a push as well. Now underneath the 98 of Briscoe for position. Big run, tap the brakes and go. 3 wide underneath Riley Herbst. He's not for position. Daniel Hemrick is. Junior stays right on the 8 car. A little side draft. Trying to pull him back. Down through 3 and 4 underneath the 36 of Alex LeBay. Now he's trying to side draft LeBay a little bit.
Careful. Still there.
He's going to clear him too. Back to the top 5. And back to the outside again. Hemrick got around LeBay. Wow, LeBay got shuffled to the outside. Chase Briscoe goes up the middle between the 36 and the 18. There's still 3 wide back there for position.
Still there?
About 6th place. 7th place, rather.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Stay in the 98 car.
Still there. Car there on the inside.
Pause it for a quick moment. Get my laptop on my charger here before we have an error once again, because that has been my day. There we go. We're good to go. Sorry for that.
Got one peeking inside.
3 wide. Herbst is trying to get into the free pass position in 12th. Noah Gregson, by the way, got his free pass back once again at the end of last caution, let's say.
Inside.
Here comes Cindric. All over the back of the 8.
Bottom clear. Inside. Clear low left.
Finally cleared Riley Herbst. With 61 laps remaining. It's been a fun time tonight. Been a pretty good race. Will we set up for a crazy finish to this one like we saw in the Truck and Cup Series? I think the odds are in our favor of that happening. Our third straight race at the racetrack on this game. Michael Turner, welcome to the stream. For the lead going on right now up at the front of the field as well. First and second place are about to be side by side into turn one. Junior running down both Hemrick and Briscoe for 5th and 6th. Gotten around him a couple laps ago.
Careful, still there.
Nice, Michael, nice.
Still there. Stay high up there. Looking inside now.
They're carrying a run again there on Chase Briscoe.
Careful, still there.
Side draft down the back.
Alright, clear low.
Pulling the 98 car back again. He's clear in the center of the corner, but is Junior going to be clear off of turn 4? Or is Briscoe still going to be right there? Junior's clear. I'll tell you what, Ryan Sieg has been back in traffic most of the day. The strategy he took at the end of stage 2, or I should say, yeah, at the end of stage 2, start of stage 3, when he pitted with Junior when nobody else did, that has kept him in the top 5 since then. Of course, he was leading laps there for a little bit as well at the beginning of the final stage, so that is a great strategy call and a great move by the 39 to put them in the position. Again, they are in the top 5 still. Although he's about to move back to 5th.
Careful, still there.
As Junior gets around him. The fight continues. He gets a late race caution. We saw how good he was on the race start and the beginning of the final stage. Did he get to the lead one more time for a chance to win and lock himself into the playoffs? Meanwhile, Michael Annette leads on Harrison Burton. They are still battling back and forth. And that has allowed Anthony Alfredo to close the gap. He's now less than a second off the lead. Bill Jr. still about 2 seconds back. They're the only one running the bottom of the top 4 right now. The other 3 are running on the top side. And now the top 2 go to the bottom. Alfredo goes to the top and Junior stays high. Interesting. I think Burton went to the bottom and that saw it, and that's why he went down there to block. Burton's still trying to get underneath the one car. Maybe he could pass him right back. Oh, that got tight into turn 1 as they're side by side for the lead again. Junior beat Alfredo back to the gas just a little bit there. That's going to help Junior out quite a bit off of turn 4. Big run to the back of the 21 car. Look at him just get to the outside as well. Tried to suck the air off the right rear quarter panel. Alfredo went low to try and avoid that a little bit. Junior barely had to lift a little more. He almost got the wall. R6, welcome to the stream.
out the bottom.
And now Junior will pass and clear Alfredo down the front stretch, getting that run off the outside again. Alfredo went to the bottom. Junior again to the top. The other three drivers in the top four to the bottom again. Returns 1 and 2. Heavy lap traffic in front of the leaders. Side by side to be exact. Oh, and they all go high to try and miss them. Michael and Nadbach got clogged behind the 61 of Austin Hill. Jr. almost got pinched into the wall by Hill himself. Using the lap traffic as a pick to get by Michael and as he barely squeezed on through. Dale Jr. now looking inside of Harrison Burton up the middle with the lap car 3 wide there.
All right, clear low.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the lead into turn 3. Burton trying to cross him over down to the bottom of the track. We'll see if he's going to get there. He's not going to get there. Dale Jr. back out in front. 49 laps to go at Chicagoland.
Got one up top.
Good contact. Pinched off to 90 at Baccarella as he tried to put him another lap down.
Still there. You're all clear up top.
Yeah, I've always tried 100% race length. It's a lot easier doing it with the stream. So I'm able to communicate with you guys as well as I'm doing like a real broadcast. I'm constantly talking. Versus, when I was younger, I'd play 100%. Not all the time, but I'd usually whenever a newer NASCAR game came out, one of the sequels I always tried to do on there for like a season, now NASCAR Heat Championship, but I wanted to do one that was 100% all the way through. At some point, so it's kind of why I wanted to start doing that also when I was streaming, plus with doing realistic broadcasts. I felt like it's better to do the full race. Sometimes it doesn't work out just because, how the race goes, but, you're going to have that little full race from time to time. You're going to have your boring races, and you're going to have your races that are so spectacular you wish they could keep going on longer and longer. So just past halfway through the fuel and tire run right now. Again, one more set of tires left the rest of the way, and nobody can make it up to the end of the race. So everybody will have to hit one more time. We just have to wait and see when that might be.
You're clear.
45 laps to go.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear then.
Yeah, again, we have one more set of tires left, and everybody does have to pit one more time. 4-second lead now, Dale Jr. I'll tell you what, he gets to the lead, he doesn't look back. It's just the struggle to try and get there in the first half of the run is the main factor there. So again, if we did a late race caution, that is going to hurt Dale Jr. hurt his chances of winning this thing.
All clear up top there.
We got the wall.
All right, you're clear then.
Turns 3 and 4. Three cautions per incident up to this point today. Past 3/4 of the way home. It takes about a third of the run for the speed to kick in, but to get to the lead, it takes about half the run. Half of our tire run, that is, not the actual fuel run. Fuel run here is about 56 to 60 laps in the Xfinity series. But we haven't gone a full tire run yet in the race because of the way the stages worked out in stage 1 and 2. only being 45 laps in length, and we haven't had that long of a run in the final speed yet either. But I would guesstimate that on tires we can go about 50 laps before we have to pit for the right spot. So we can go close to the end of the fuel run, but not quite all the way there. That's not going to affect us in this final stage because everybody's going to pit one more time from here on out anyway, and we can easily make it on one more stop as well. Both tires and fuel. The problem is with short pitting too. We only got one set of tires left, so if we short pit, we get a caution. Yeah, if we're on the lead lap, we can still cycle back to the lead, but then everybody's going to be on fresh tires behind us, so we're going to have to suffer on old tires the rest of the race. We're going to just run this out as long as we can, and then we're going to pit. If that means, 33 to go like you're saying, it could mean that. I think we can go a little bit longer. We shouldn't be able to go, I'd say, anywhere between 20 to 25 laps left. Closer to 25 laps to go is probably what we're looking at. The next stop being final stop. Cars on the lead lap.
Still there? All right, you're clear.
Everybody's on equal tires right now too. She is really pulling out ahead of Harrison Burton. Almost a 10-second lead all of a sudden. Traffic, I'm sure, is kind of holding those guys up a little bit more as well. This race is not over. I mean, you guys see it time and time again. And I say it time and time again. It really does show how true it is. One caution just flips the switch all of a sudden. Gets us into having another race. Bunch everybody back together.
There on the inside, you're clear all around there. Stay high up here. Clear low there. All right, you're clear.
We've only had one caution in this final stage as well. We last went green with 71 laps to go. That'd be the longest green flag run of the race if we did go all the way to the end. And by quite a wide margin too, by about 30 or 40 extra laps compared to any other green flag run we've had to this point today. Gregson's going to go a lap down. Almost on full throttle all the way through turns 1 and 2 there. He's hustling right now. And he's got a big enough of a lead that when he does come to pit road, if it is a green flag pit stop, then he should stay on the lead lap if he's the first to come to pit road. So in that aspect, it wouldn't really hurt him at all. Three laps left.
Careful, still there.
Right front starting to wear out quite a bit. Oh, a little contact with the wall.
You're clear.
That's not going to help. Austin Cindric is going to go lap down in 10th.
Still there. Clear all around there. Careful. Still there. You got room. You're clear.
Left on that right front. 31 to go now at the line. So we are very close to green flag pit stops. And again, the final pit stop of the race will be coming. Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a Ford guy, but also it was a fan vote. It was a fan vote for the truck and Xfinity series of who I was going to use. And the fans voted Dale Jr. for this Xfinity series season on our live chat before we started this final Xfinity season on this game. Why we want Dale Jr. Junior Nation stroke out. In the live chat. Updates on the state. Earlier this season.
Easy on the tires, driver.
9 to go now. Should be able to make it a couple more laps. Tell you what, he's putting quite a few drivers a lap down if we were to get a caution. Justin Allgaier in 9th place is about to go a lap down. Remember, he led a lot at the beginning of the race. I'm surprised he fell back as much as he did. Man, look at how tight that was off of turn 4. Right up the middle between Allgaier and the lap car of David Starr. There was no contact at all, but right up on the left side of the 7. Without hitting him, I mean, you probably couldn't even get a piece of paper off the wall off of turn 2 as well, not going to help. Oh, we got a car up in smoke, contact! And Nemechek goes around, hard into the wall, and piling behind. A huge hit. Anthony Alfredo, I believe, blew an engine. There was no caution at the time. And Junior just piled right into Nemechek, and that is going to bring out our 4th caution of the race. Allgaier is going to get the free pass. I think Allgaier got a big piece as well of the contact. I don't know if they were going to throw the caution or not before the spin, but everybody checked up, and Junior just did not check up in time. And that's going to set up a late race restart, and we are going to have just 24 laps to go when we go green. 24 to go, and Junior loses a bunch of spots having repaired the damage on pit road. At least it was 5 seconds or less that he could repair it. But he went in 5th, restart 6th, green flag, back in the air again.
Stay high up here.
What a restart on the outside. He's trying to do everything he can. Harrison Burton won the race off of pit road. Look at the restart on the outside there by Junior. Huge run on the back now of the 20 to the lead from 6th to 1st. Dale Jr. out in front here at Chicago. What a restart. Now tries to hold in front of the 20 and the rest of the field. Trying to protect the bottom, but once he gets past, he'll likely go high. If they pass him, of course. What a restart. Big run on the top. Daniel Hemrick trying to get a run. He hasn't led a lap all day. Burton to the inside of Junior. Off of turn 4. Junior slid up just enough. Burton to the lead. Junior just squeezes in between Briscoe and Burton. Junior drives it hard through 1 and 2. He's back to the inside, and Burton washes him up the track. Here comes Chase Briscoe. Noah Gregson's a lap down. He's in the mix as well. Now Junior has to go to the top. 3 wide underneath him. Oh, contact! 4 wide almost. Some pretty significant contact there between Alex LeBay and Dale Jr. I didn't realize they were underneath him. I don't think it mattered. I mean, they were nearly 4 wide anyway. That was just tight off the turn 4. He didn't lose a ton of ground, but he lost a little bit. Trying to get back around Chastain. He can't clear him there. Meanwhile, Chase Briscoe is going for the lead on Harrison Burton. 20 laps to go at Chicagoland. We've got a race. Trying to hold off Alex LeBay as well. That's why he's running the bottom. He doesn't want anybody else to get around him. Chase Briscoe has taken the race lead away at the line. 19 laps left. Junior trying to charge back through the field. He'll get around Ryan Seed there. Seed's going to give him a push down the back. That's going to carry quite a bit of momentum there for the 8-car Junior as well. He's trying to claw back into this thing. Michael Annett took the lead away this lap from Chase Briscoe now. So Annett back in the lead, your stage 2 winner.
Keep hitting your mark.
That was the fastest lap of the race that last time by Junior. Trying to pull the air off the 8 of Hemrick going into the corner. Junior got a little tight though. He couldn't keep the power down. He's back in the 5th position. Here comes Seed again to give him a shot. Another push, and that's slowing Junior down. Seed got to the back bumper in the center of the corner. That's not going to speed him up. Not at all.
Got one inside. Still there inside.
3 wide now, too. That's not going to help either.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Seed and LeBay underneath them as they are 3 wide for 5th. Oh, car in the wall! Briscoe's in the wall! Burton piles in and a caution comes out again. Oh my goodness. The 2nd place car blew a right front tire right in front of the 3rd place car, and we get another yellow. And Briscoe is going to have to bring it down to pit road. Drama late at Chicagoland, our 5th caution of the race. And Briscoe's going to have a little bit fresher tires now. Remember, Junior can't pit. We're on our last set. And that will restart from the lead. I don't know how much damage Harrison Burton got, but he was on the outside. Briscoe was running the bottom, so when the right front tire blew out on Briscoe, he ran right in to the 20 car. Briscoe's got to restart in 8th, but he does have about 10 lap fresher tires. And Annett will lead the field to the green. Green flag back in the air. And here we go. Junior quickly to the bottom. I mean, that was an amazing restart once again. He went from 6th to 1st last time. He goes from 5th to 1st this time. So Junior back out in front. Just 13 laps to go. And where is Briscoe? He's obviously back in traffic right now. Junior's going to try to hang on to the lead. Briscoe will get through that pack of cars. Obviously, they were able to repair the damage. He was the only lead lap car on pit road, so he didn't have to rush it. They were able to take their time. You're back to the outside. Michael Annett, his teammate, trying to run him down. Junior's been working the outside all day, and it has pretty much worked for him all day. He just doesn't have the car this early in the run. That's the problem. Huge gain by Michael Annett and Harrison Burton. Briscoe is back up to 4th. Burton goes high. Annett to the bottom. Actually, looked like Burton fake time went to the middle lane. Side by side to the lead off of turn 4. A little contact. Junior tried to squeeze him. 10 laps to go. Annett led that last lap, so it was an official lead change. Look at Chase Briscoe coming in here. Briscoe gives Junior a huge shot off of turn 2. I mean, an absolute monster push there. Another shot for 3 and 4. Junior's trying to hold Briscoe back. The contact is slowing him down. Still trying to stay high and block the 98. Side by side for the lead. Harrison Burton, Michael Annett. Briscoe gives Junior a shot off of turn 2, about to put him in the wall. Junior going to the top constantly. It's checking up the 98 car, who again has the fresher tires. He does not want Briscoe to get around it. 8 laps to go. Harrison Burton is out in front. Briscoe again up near the wall. Trying to get the outside to work. Briscoe's got a monster run.
Hold your line, stay high.
Harrison Burton to the outside. Michael Annett down to the bottom. Junior again trying to hold back the 98. Briscoe's all over the back of that 8 car.
Car there on the inside. Clear down low.
Goes to the bottom. Huge run underneath the 1 now with Annett. Slides the tires a little bit. In the center of the corner, he wasn't able to complete the pass. And again to the bottom goes Chase Briscoe. And he's going to get around Dale Jr. Junior's going to get the run on the outside. All the way to the apron now, trying to cross over the 98 and the 1. That was a huge run there by Junior. Bottom left open for a slight moment. Briscoe giving Junior a shot off of turn 2. Junior, oh, right into the back of the 1. Oh, here comes Briscoe. Contact into the wall. Trying to get it going again. And Briscoe to the lead. Chase Briscoe to the lead. 5 laps to go. And Junior trying to run these guys down. But Briscoe's got the fresher tires.
Still there.
Briscoe going to the outside. Junior with a big run underneath Harrison Burton and up to 2nd place. We'll have to see. 4 to go. Both Junior and Briscoe are going to the outside of the racetrack. Junior trying to get a draft off Briscoe. He's trying to do anything he can right now, but Briscoe on the fresher tires is not going to make it easy for Junior. Three to go. Junior dives it all the way to the bottom, trying to hold it full throttle, do whatever he can. In the draft now, holding his ground down the straightaways. Briscoe now moves to the bottom of the racetrack. Junior in the draft on older tires, keeping up with them. We're setting up for a wild one. Junior in the inside for the lead. Into turns 1 and 2. He overdrives the corner. Briscoe with the crossover. There's contact off of turn 2. And Briscoe trying to hold the bottom now as they go off into turns 3 and 4. Junior again to the bottom of the track. Trying to side draft the 98. Trying to stay under him. There was no contact that time. They were all over each other. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Backing out of the gas early. Trying to cross over Briscoe. He couldn't get around him there. And Briscoe beats him back to the gas. Off of turn 2. One more shot for Junior into turns 3 and 4. Briscoe goes high. Junior to the bottom. Overdrives the corner. Back up. Into the outside. Into the wall. Off of turn 4. And Briscoe will come around in the checkered flag to win the race. Briscoe wins at Chicagoland in a wild one.
Incredible. Another top 5.
Junior tried to hang on and he just couldn't do it. Unbelievable finish. And Chase Briscoe will get his first win of the season on a crazy finish. We'll take a look at the unofficial results. Briscoe with the win. Dale Jr. overran turns 3 and 4. On the final lap of the race, he tried to pull off the slide job. He just drove it in a little too flat, a little too deep, pushed up the track. He tried to keep it off Briscoe, but he couldn't do it. He slid up into the wall. Brings it home in second. Also a winner in stage 1. Harrison Burton, third. Michael Annette, who won stage 2, also finished 4th. And Ryan Sieg rounds out the top 5. Great run for him. Great strategy call in stage 3 as well to keep him in the top 5 throughout the final stage. Alex LeBay finishes 6th. Great run there. Followed by Allgaier, Hemrick, Gregson, and Austin Cindric, your top 10. 9 drivers finished on the lead lap. And we'll take a look at who all DNF'd in the race today as well. Brandon Brown, Josh Balicki, Anthony Alfredo, of course, blew an engine late. And those were the only 3 DNFs in today's race. Wild finish for all 3 series at Chicagoland, but I think this one takes the cake. Unbelievable finish and an unbelievable race here at Chicagoland today. Chase Briscoe, your winner. Yeah, I'm doing the points myself for the Xfinity Series season, so Xfinity and the Cup side, I should say. Michael Annette had the fastest lap, 30.689. 90 laps led for Junior. He led the most. From the rear to 12th for Chastain. He was the biggest mover, and the tough break goes to Alfredo, who started 6th and finished 34th again, DNF in the last 30 laps. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Also, again, I believe in the description down below should be there. Yeah, okay, so there is a link to the Patreon. Again, I got that up and running. I notified you guys about it before, but now it's all like set to go. It's perfectly fine. It's ready. So if you wish to support me there, please do so. But if not, just keep enjoying the content. Hit the like button down below if you enjoyed the race commentary, the video in general as usual. Hit that subscribe button for more daily NASCAR content. And I will see you guys tomorrow. We have a doubleheader tomorrow. We got the Truck Series and we've got the Xfinity Series at Pocono. Both races at Pocono starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Truck Series. And then the Xfinity Series race will be about a half hour after the conclusion of that race. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, like, share, subscribe. Get on Patreon and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks everybody. Have a good night. What a great race.